say I don't ever film myself, like ever. I film this weird stuff that goes on, but when something that terrifying happens, you don't go and grab your phone. I was just getting in the bathtub, and there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on in my house, like whatever this is in my house. Like the noises that I've been hearing these last couple of days, how loud it is. I thought we had mice. My partner said there was one in the garage, but yesterday when my daughter got in the bathtub, she started screaming because something had knocked off, or I thought that she knocked it off, the thing that like where the drain, if the water gets too high, the drain goes through, and she's freaking and she's terrified, and she's like a brave soldier. This chick, she is a warrior, and she's 1.5 years old, and she was freaking, and I was like, no, you're gonna wash your hair. And because we've been having stuff going on in our house where like this stuff is like crawling on our skin kind of, and it's oily, and we got stuff coming out of our skin, and like can't figure out what it is. We only get $500 for a year for a naturopath. I've got to go fund me, like everything. Anyways, she's terrified, and I look down and I can see, and so I'm like, no, I'm washing your hair. So I just like kind of like whatever. I was like, she was screaming through it, but I was like, no, just real quick. She's hardly got any hair. It's like this long. So it's really quick, and she's freaking, and she gets out. She bawled hysterically for like 20 minutes, like crying. But I look in the tub, and all of this stuff is all floating all on the top. I'm like, what the hell? So I just start filming it. It looked like algae, and I'm like, hey, well, we need to go and get our water tested. We need to report this to somebody. Like, this is way more serious than we thought. It's coming out of our pipes. It's in our water system, like something, right? And she's freaking. I'm like, we got it all off you. It's fine. But it's like going. It's in our stomachs. It's coming out of in and out of all of our orifices, however it wants to please. It gathers up together like slime mold, except for I cannot find a slime mold that looks like this or does exactly what this does, except for a type of amoeba that is like one of the things that they say that life is probably on this planet for, and it can form any form, and it's like it says it ate something and created oxygen, created trees, plants, anything like, or what it created plants, and then was able to create oxygen from this thing. Anyways, I believe in God, I believe in Christ, and I would not have made it through this whole thing if I would not have seen the things that I have blown creatures out of my nose as big as my thumb, and I have all these things in jars in my freezer, in my deep freeze, and I feel like a horror show. I feel disgusting. I don't want my boyfriend to touch me because I feel so gross. I feel tainted and dirty, and now it's going on my daughter's attacking my kids. My oldest daughter had something coming out of her foot when she got out of the shower today. Like, are they cordyceps? Are they? Is it like some sort of like bacteria? Because cordyceps, like sometimes peroxide will get rid of it for a little bit, and then it'll stop working, and then sometimes like cleaning vinegar will, and then sometimes it won't. And everything seems to work for a little bit, and then it develops some sort of like enzyme or something to like fight it off so it doesn't touch it, and it's like creating some sort of super monster. And I got in the tub, and I was like, it's okay, I'm just gonna like, I cleaned the tub for like hours, the whole bathroom, like on my hands and knees, because I clean it, and then it's like you see stuff spitting out from under the toilet. It just comes back hours later. It's grown back. It just looks. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna cut to the chase. I put some charcoal powder and some bentonite clay in the water because it'll like absorb toxins and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, it'll just, if there's any, it'll just be like how it was yesterday. I put the powder in first before I started the bathtub, and I was like putting my youngest daughter, bringing her up a bunch of toys that she doesn't play with very often, and so I could put the baby gate at the bathroom door so she doesn't come in there and start throwing stuff in the tub like she does. She freaks if I have a bath. So and I go back in the bathroom, and you can see, because the whole bottom of the tub is sprinkled with other stuff, you can see these 3 defined, about that fat, 3 of them in my tub, and they're coming out from the drain, and they've made it almost all the way to the other end of the tub in like 10 minutes through a bunch of charcoal and bentonite clay, and they're thick like this, like, and to go and went that they're not that long anymore. They're like, they've shortened up. I don't know, honestly know how long they are, because they're pretty much transparent, except for you could see the path that they go through, and you could see where it was really fat at the beginning because they were hustling, they were boogieing, they weren't like making some little like invisible snail trail where they're trying to, like, they'll all break up, they'll scatter, and then you think that you've cleaned it, you think that it's gone, it goes into little tiny cracks, it's microscopic. I can get my phone out and go as small as I can, and I'm like, okay, I got it, I think it's clean. It's not. It's not, and you can see it, it gets a glint to it, like a sparkle if you can hit it with the light right. You can see it under the black plate sometimes. So I'm like, I'll rinse that out. That's got to be all of it. There's no way there was more than that. There was like a frickin', that's a tall glass of water, I'm telling you. And so I rinsed it all down, sprayed a bunch of vinegar in it. I'm like, I got it. I'm like, pew, 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 in Jesus' name, like, get out of my house. I'm like, da 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 da. I fill the tub up again, and so this time I go downstairs and I get some caulking and I put it around the thing where the drain is, and I put some saran wrap on it. I'm like, there, it's not gonna come out of there, and I'm gonna do this. Not I filled the tub up and I got it in there, and I can still see that, like, it looks like on top of the truck I put more charcoal and stuff in, and I can still see it looks like there might be some in there. I'm like, it's probably just like a little floaty, it's probably not much. I get in, and instantly I can start feeling it crawling on my legs. We can't really freaking see it. And I started, I'm like, no, you're good. Just freaking kick it up, stir it up. And then the freaking tap started, like, pouring out on its own. Like, just running. And I could see it coming across the water like a fucking, like a Jesus snake. Just, like, slithering across the water at me. Several other big ones. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of little clump ones all around me and on the edges, too. And I was like, screw this. I hopped out. So now I've been in this steamy room, hot, sweaty. I already needed to have a freaking shower. It's plus 30 outside. We only have one little air conditioner. It's in my room. I flashed that down. I'm like, what's going to kill this thing? I don't have any enzymes. My boyfriend's supposed to order me things. Sometimes I'm like, are you against me? Like, get on the same page here. I'm terrified. No, my daughter has been screaming and scared and looking at the bathroom door, even like terrified since yesterday. She loves baths, okay? For her to even hear the tub going, for me to even be cleaning the tub and her not be absolutely losing it, like throwing a tantrum, like whipping stuff, is crazy that she doesn't want to go in there. She's in her room right now, right next to me. She's in there. The fact that she might think that I'm even on the phone right now and she's sitting over there is crazy. I live in Alberta. I've got thousands. I've filled up an entire Samsung S22 of just pictures and videos and stuff that I've taken of this stuff since the beginning. This has been going on for almost 2 years. Maybe, yeah, 2 years. And it started, like they said, when my foot started turning black, they're like, it's athlete's foot. They started giving me this medication for it or whatever. After 3 months of it, they're like, we can't give you that anymore. So they quit giving it to me. It did actually help my feet. My feet did get a little bit better, but like, I put so much peroxide and chemicals and stuff on my body, like straight peroxide every day. I'm drinking peroxide. I'm like food grade peroxide, but like I'm doing so much. My skin, I have aged 10 years. 10 years. Like, you know, like I used to look like I was freaking 30. Now I look like I'm 40, but I'm 37. So anyways, like, I'm terrified. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this video. I've never made a video like this before. It was completely spur of the moment, but I just like, I feel I can just call somebody and tell somebody that, like, you're not going to call my boyfriend at work when he's like in camp, and be like, he's going to fucking like what? He's going to think he's going to be like, she's lost her fucking mind. I'm calling my dad. You know, like, I just needed a vent. Can't call my mom. Can't call, who do we tell this to? I don't really even have any friends. If I had some money, I'd go buy a pack of cigarettes right now. Holy shit. I haven't smoked in forever. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and cry. If you know anything about this, can you please message me just like clear? It's so scary. Please. My daughter's lives are in danger. I've been so sick. Charlie's not eating now either. God bless you.